What is going on, guys? Alan here. Welcome back to another video on the channel and another video on the BMW Z3 Supercharger build. We are getting closer and closer to getting the Supercharger put in here. Today we're going to concentrate on getting the old fuel injectors out, the new bigger ones in, relocating anything else we need to be able to fit that guy in there for its first test fit. Get excited and stay tuned. Alright, so now we are going to take the fuel injector rail out and the fuel injectors and replace them with the new ones we got. So, disconnect, unclip here, unclip here, unclip your wires here, and then there's a zip tie back there you take care of. Let's get to it. Bam. Bam. Little zip tie here we gotta get rid of. There. Push these wires out of the way. Get a couple of connectors here we gotta take care of now. One. There. So now that is done, if you see right down in here, there is a little clip. And there's a clip on each injector. You have to pry each side away from the injector on all 6 of them to be able to pull this harness out. Alright, so I try and zoom in here a second so you can see this, but man, they're just really hard to see. So right here at the end of my pick is the clip. This is the one side. So we'll pull this clip out just like that. And then the other one on the other side here is going to have to go out as well. And then on all 6 of them, I'm going to have to do that. So, have fun. Alright, y'all. So you may have noticed that it was really difficult for me to get these clips out of the back here. But I wound up having to use 2 different picks to make it work. But it did work, and then the insulation was breaking off of this tube. So I wound up just breaking it all off of there and sucking it up with a shop vac. So we should be good there. So now, Schrader valve here, I'm going to bleed any pressure that's in the system, and then I'll throw the cap back on there, and then we got 4 10mm bolts for the rail. Alright guys, I am ready to pull this rail now. I'm going to pull it with the injectors in it. So down at the bottom here, just want to spray a little WD down there to hopefully loosen anything up around that bottom O-ring. And then we'll try and yank her out. Let's do some wiggling back and forth so kind of loosens those injectors up, I'm hoping. dirty. That is dirty down there. Alright. These injector ports are nasty. I don't know how well that's showing up here, but I mean, they've definitely seen better days. I mean, look at the crap in there, man. I guess I'll just clean them out as good as I can before I put the new injectors in there, and just call it a day. Sure. Alright, I cleaned the ports out just around the top where the new O-rings are going to go. Looks like these old injectors, it looks like there's just a clip here, and it looks like you just pry it this way. And then slide the injector out. That's kind of what it looks like to me, so that's what we're going to do. There's the injector. Nothing to it. Obviously, you want to make sure your O-rings are all intact in the stock injectors. Sometimes, if there's buildup, they'll get stuck down there into the manifold there. But anyway, there's a stock injector. Take all of them out and then put the new guys in. You ever feel tangled in a web? Maybe a big mess? You can't get out sometimes? Not me, ever. Alright, y'all, it is time for the new injector replacement. So, old ones out, new ones right here. You want to make sure that you lubricate the O-rings so you do not damage them, and then they fit nicely into the seat when you put them in. So, I'm just using conventional motor oil because this what I got, and it works. It does the trick. Alright, so let's get these lubed up and get them in. Let's get them in the rail and in the clips. In the clips. In the clips? No. In the rail, clips on. Yes, in the rail, clips on. There we go. Sounds better. Alright, fuel injectors and rail, everything's in. These little clips though, that we took out of here, put them back in. Just like that. So when you push the harness back into the fuel injector, it clicks. And then you don't have to mess around with these. So all 6 of them got to go on. Alright, so you guys are not going to believe this. Putting these metal clips back on the fuel injector harness. And got to this last one that you can barely get to, and it fell down into the abyss below. I used a magnet for a while trying to pick it up. I lifted the car all the way up, checked underneath. It's gone. So, Worst case scenario, I take a good old trusty zip tie and zip tie that last connection tight to the rail, and hopefully I never have a problem. Because to heck if I'm waiting a week just for a little clip. Should be good. Should be fine. Yeah. There we go. Because I lost that there clip, we need a little bit of classic American ingenuity. The zip tie. Greatest invention next to duct tape. I don't know. Gorilla Glue is pretty cool too. Alright, so next on the list, seeing as how we got the injectors done, we have to reposition the horn and the bracket. So, it looks like, according to the instructions, it just kind of flips. So here's the horn. The bracket comes back here. I just got to unbolt it and then try and figure out how I'm supposed to bolt it in there sideways, because they don't really say. So I'll figure it out. Okay, so on the inside here of this bracket, there's a little bolt here. Take that out, and then we're going to turn the horn and put that bolt back in. So here's the horn. I unplugged it, took the little nut off the back, and here's the bracket. Now I was able to get the little bolt through there, and now all I'm going to do is basically throw the horn on here, plug it in, and go to the next step. And there it is, finished product. Got her all plugged back in. Now there's room for the air filter. Next, there's a stud that we have to remove down here. Driver's side rail right here. So it's got this little protective cover on it. We gotta remove that stud to make room, and then throw some paint on it so it doesn't rust. Oh yeah. It wasn't bad. I didn't get it all the way down, so now I gotta take a flat disc to it. We gotta clean it up and get it ready for paint. Oh yeah. Nice and squeaky clean. Woo! Look at that paint job. That looks great. That is a super killer paint job. Well, I'm just gonna take off what isn't needed. I just need, oh, and I took off too much. This is terrible. I use a zip tie, but I can't use spray paint. Right? Now, you're not gonna see this anyway, which still kind of sucks, because I don't like to half butt my projects, but you're not gonna see it as long as it's protected from rust. Yeah. It's good with me. And it probably doesn't help that I'm using trim and bumper paint, which is made from plastic. But who cares? I actually get to flip a page again. Look at this. We're making some progress. Alright, and then I just got to make room for the alternator coolant, which it says I need to cut this section out to be able to clear the supercharger tube. Well, I'm going to try it first because my alternator coolant tube already has an indent in it. So maybe it says that some you will not have to clearance. I'm wondering if this is one of them. So I'm going to throw this bad boy back on and see if that's what works. But that's enough for me today. I'm going to go in and watch the Puppy Bowl because it's Super Bowl Sunday, right? No, anyway, I'm done for today. pick up where I left off. There you guys have it. More progression on getting this supercharger in here and getting this car done. It's going to be so much fun when it is done. Although it's still going to be wintertime here in Michigan, and I'm not going to be able to drive it for a little while. But hopefully you guys are excited. I'm excited. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.